We're over in the Am I the Asshole with an H subreddit with a post by OK Inevitable 7692. Am I the asshole for being truthful and admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery? My wife had plastic surgery recently. We had discussed it and I was against it. It was not my decision and ultimately I had no say. She looks weird now. She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers, and a necklace. Other stuff I don't really get. She gives me uncanny vibes now. Uncanny valley vibes now. It freaks me out. She is fully healed now, and she wants us to go back to normal life, like me initiating sex. I have done so, but not as much as I used to. And when I do try, it makes sure there is very little light. All right, let me stop. It's been a few months, and I kind of dread having to look at her. Obviously, she has noticed. She has been bugging me to tell her what's up. I've tried telling her I'm just tired from work or that I'm run down, really anything except for the truth. She broke down and asked me if I was having an affair. I said I wasn't. She asked to look at my phone. I unlocked it for her and handed it over. I wasn't worried about her finding anything because there's nothing to find. She spent an hour looking through it and found nothing. She asked me to explain why I changed. I tried explaining that I just wasn't that interested right now. Nothing I said was good enough for her. She kept digging. And I finally told the truth. I wasn't harsh or brutally honest. I just told her that her new face wasn't something I found attractive and that I was turned off. She asked if that's why I turn off all the lights now. I said yes. She started crying and said that she needed time alone. She went to stay with her sister. I have been called every name in the book since this happened. Her sister said I'm a piece of shit for insulting my wife's looks. Her friends all think I'm the asshole. I tried to not say anything. I can't force myself to find her attractive. I still love her, but her face is just weird now. She looks like the blue alien from the Fifth Element. Damn. You are the asshole if you told her that. Holy shit, bro. Oh, shit. I'm going to put that one up on the screen so you can see it. I was kind of spot on with the way I mimicked that. I wasn't even trying to make my face look like that. Top comment with 1,700 upvotes by drunken shit posting. Not the asshole. I think you handled the situation as well as you could, but there's a difficult conversation you and her need to have soon. People don't get plastic surgery. Don't get plastic surgery. If you've been bullied all your life for having a big, long, wide nose, thin lips, beady eyes, you're Asian, you want the double eyelids, you want to look like you're black, you want to have, right? If you want to look like Ariana Grande, like a supermodel, cheeks, lips, all that, you want to get, is it venom? Bane venom put in your forehead? No, let me stop. Was it a neurotoxin? What do they put in your face for wrinkles? Comment down below, right? Or subscribe to the Patreon and comment over there. Remember, every single episode that I upload, I have 2 extra stories that I read and I post over on the Patreon. But you got to pay for it. Yeah, take your wallet out. I know you broke. Give me some money. Yeah, I'm broke too. Let me get some of your money. We can be broke together, but I'll have some of your money. Yeah, give me that. Give me that. Give me that money. I'll do a dance. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that money. Let me stop. For the people listening on any of the podcast sites, I did a little dance and I was touching myself. Did it look inappropriate? For the algorithms listening to this, no, it didn't. For the algorithms watching, shut the fuck up, stop snitching. Um, Snowflakes with 14. Damn. 14,000. Why did I read drunken shit postings upvotes? The comments. They had 1.7K upvotes. Snowflakes with the double underscore. Is that one underscore or two? With a singular underscore. Snowflakes commented with 14,000 upvotes. Oh God. If she did the buccal fat remover, I totally feel you. It makes people look so freaky. You see that picture Ariana Grande I put up? OP replies, yeah, that's it. Thanks, I couldn't remember. Harry Potato Cat responds to OP. Oh, man. There are plastic surgeons out there that refuse to do this. One, because of the damage it can cause. And two, because there isn't enough data to show exactly what it'll do over time. But they suspect it'll cause some worse problems down the road as people age. Even worse for people under 40 to 50. According to the rabbit hole I went down recently, buccal fat is good to have because it can help reduce jaw sagging later on. This is your jaw. I didn't know. I had to Google it. This is your jaw. Blah, 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 blah. And if you're listening on a podcast and you can't see me, I'm grabbing the fat where my chin meets my neck. Yeah. All right, let me stop. Anyway, while it's totally not right to make the choice to get that surgery, you're not the asshole, OP. No one's an asshole for what they don't/do find attractive. And I said this in another comment, but you tried to compromise internally and tried to protect her feelings. But she flung around accusations of cheating, wouldn't let it go, kept pushing, and when you were honest with her, she flipped shit, left, and pulled other people into your marriage who are now on a slam campaign against you. She did all of this and still can't manage to take any personal responsibility or act like an adult. To be honest, this post will be fit for r/oh no consequences. But not because of you. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. I'm going to join a new subreddit. And the deleted user comments. Every single person who has had that surgery done is automatically aged by 10 years. It's sad. And when I went down a rabbit hole on this, after I saw Ariana Grande do that goofy ass shit, I was like, ooh. And everybody was like, yeah, you might not even be able to put fat back into that spot either. Petintro comments. Okay, man. I don't know, man. Why did I read that like that? My opinion is not the asshole. You were against it going into it and honest with her after. You didn't go out of your way to be malicious, and you tried to not say anything about it. She looks like the blue alien from Fifth Element. That's rough, dude. Don't go saying that to her, or you would be the asshole. And OP replies, I wouldn't. Oh my God. Oh shit. Here it is. Here it is, guys. I found it. And I wasn't looking for it. It just popped up in front of my face. One toe in comments, not the asshole. I went to a holiday party at an esthetician clinic, a place that specialized in stuff like Botox. I can't read, you guys. I thought I was reading what I was reading, but I wasn't reading what I was reading. I went to an aesthetic clinic. Aesthetic, not esthetician, aesthetic. Oh my God, you guys. I need to stop reading so many comics. Comics. I can't even say the word comics. I need to pick up a physical book. Watch me get a bunch of paper cuts. Many of the women there had so much work done, their faces truly looked freakish. Yet their husbands/partners were there as well and acted as though it was all normal. I surmise that if enough people in one circle adopt certain looks, it becomes accepted. Kind of like how so many people don't see how weird the really big fake eyelashes look. Yeah, I hate those. It's like a mass psychosis. But if you're outside, But if you're outside, if that's psychosis, what were you trying to say here? One toe in. But if you're outside in that psychosis, the crazy is glaringly apparent. Huh. Were you trying to say in? But if you're outside in that psychosis. Hmm. Yeah, autocorrect be getting these people sometimes. Ooh, I see a paragraph. I see a paragraph that I want to read. And just so you know, this post doesn't have an update. You shuts underscore up underscore Greg comments. This is probably already buried, but I have to point out a couple of things that I feel are being ignored. First off, this is not a problem you are likely to fix yourselves. If you want to save your marriage, you are very likely going to need outside help, specifically marriage counseling, which leads into my second point. She ignored your opinion until it affected her. She asked, then dismissed it. It wasn't a problem until it was her problem. This can be a significant issue for any relationship. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about taking the other person into consideration. I don't feel like she's considered how this would affect you or your relationship. And now this is affecting everything. It's hard enough for some people to just be wrong, all people. To be wrong on this level is entirely different. She's going to have a very hard time accepting the damage she's done, not with the surgery, but with the trust and communication between you. She also needs to be made aware that her friends are attacking you, and she needs to put that to a stop. Ooh. That will do even more damage to your relationship if it continues. My personal recommendation would be to reach out and ask if she's willing to talk, or to tell her that you want to try to accept her as she is now. I strongly recommend a relations therapist if that is an option. Maybe her mom could pitch in that too, you know? How long has she been at her sister's? There's a fine line between giving someone space and pushing them away. She needs space to process everything now, but you will both need to face the situation eventually. Best of luck to both of you. And OP replies, she's been gone since Wednesday. I don't know how long that is, OP. This post is old as dirt to me. I don't know the exact day you posted this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I just want to grab one little tidbitty thing from there. If you leave to get some space and you spend multiple days away, depending on what the argument may have been about, what the fight may have been about, right? Depending on your feelings, you may be pushing them away. If you spend multiple days, weeks, a month away from that person, and you don't resume increasing levels of contact and communication. If they cheat, leave their ass though. Yep, 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 yep. Update on finding my wife unattractive after her plastic surgery. Yeah. My wife came home yesterday and we finally had a long talk. She told me that the reason she had the surgery was because her mom and sister talked her into it. They convinced her that she was starting to look old and that I would find someone else to be with if she did not do something. That was why her mom gave her the money for the operations. Her mom and sister look like Bruce Campbell in Escape from LA. Ooh. They are the very last people on the planet that should be telling anyone to get plastic surgery. I used some of the comments I read on my post as talking points. I told her that I loved her and that she was the person I wanted to spend my life with. I told her that surgery would take a while longer to settle down and that as I got more used to her face, I would learn to appreciate it. She asked me if I wanted to see her and if she could. She asked me if I wanted to see. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. She asked me if I wanted her to see if she could get it reversed. I almost screamed at her. The last thing in the world I want for her is to fuck up her face even more than it already is. I asked her if she could please just leave it and let me get used to it. We talked for about 3 hours and we decided that her mom and sister would not be a part of any decisions in our life going forward. She's going to leave her face alone and give me a chance to get used to it. We are going to look for a marriage counselor and maybe individual counselors for each of us. I'm going to make an effort to show her every day how I still find her desirable, and she's going to make an effort to believe me when I tell her I love her the way she is. We are going to talk to her mom and sister and tell them that we are taking a break from them. We're going to block them and get our shit together before we allow them back into our lives. Thank you to everyone who tried to help me. I would like to add that I did not think there were that many guys out there with a blue squid lady fetish. It isn't for me, but you do you. We got a bunch of comments from OP. Ladies, don't hit me with the bullshit. I do this for me. No, you don't. 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 You think that. But the reason why you think the thoughts that you do think is because they are not original thoughts. If they were original thoughts, you would be an author. You would write a book and people would be like, wow, that's brand fucking new. The reality is that we are socialized. I'm going to put a negative connotation on it. We are manipulated by the society that surrounds us, by the information that we take in, and from all social media, all our friends and family that interact with all other people in the world who take in from social media, advertisement, every single facet of movie, film, television, cartoon, book, magazine for the past 120 years, right? Beauty standards are forced upon people to look a certain way so companies can make money. The highest paid positions as a doctor is a plastic surgeon. Not for those who are horrible burn victims, but for those who are doing BBLs, titty lifts, and Botox injections. You know, if you're paying thousands of dollars for a vial, I don't know how much. I don't know how many grams, milligrams, micrograms, nanograms people are getting shoved into their fucking face. But I think it's thousands. I think it's thousands. Depending on how south, north, east, west the fuck you are, whatever state, county you're in, whatever doctor you're going to, people don't get surgery. You don't need surgery. You've looked the way you looked for years. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right? You already spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on makeup. Women and men. You already do so much peacocking to look a certain way. Right? You feel like it's for yourself, but these companies spend millions upon millions of dollars a day to entice you to buy shit. Fit check. Fit check of the day, baby. You see it. It's a brand new day, so it's a brand new fit check. And who we got? Brand new day suit Spider-Man, baby. Straight from Lobo Art Studios. Straight. You see it? You see the drip? You see the drip? I think I originally found this guy who makes these clothes, who was down in fucking Texas, on Instagram through an ad. He advertised. I saw it. I liked it. I'm dropping shit. And I was like, oh, I gotta cop that. This shit is expensive. This is like 50, 60 for a shirt. Great quality. But sometimes I feel like I'm not built right for the fucking shirt. Great print, But sometimes I'm like, damn, I could have went to Myers and bought 5 shirts for the price of one. Would it last as long as this one will? Fuck no. Would it shrink in the wash? Fuck yes. Would I then have to move on from it? Maybe toss it if I rip it, cut it, get it dirty as fuck, donate it if it is in slightly better condition than what I just described? Yes. But I have been socialized from a young age through cartoons and then through comic books and video games and then through movies. Just like every other man, Spider-Man is my favorite motherfucking superhero. You might be like, oh no, Batman, Superman, Batman Beyond, Green Lantern. You know it's Spider-Man, nigga. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're not black. In your mind, insert your own slur. Oh, I'm terrible. We buy so much memorabilia, merch. Toys. Toys. You see, it's double wrapped. It still got plastic on it. It still got plastic on it. Right? I can't even really wear hats anymore. Oh, well, I guess I can. Doesn't go with the fit though. We buy so much. So much. So much. It's collecting dust. Like $20, $30. So much. And you know why your favorite shows as a kid got canceled? Because they weren't selling fucking toys. They weren't selling toys. Young Justice got canceled because the demographic got split in half like it should be. Girls wanted toys. And those weird ass pedo creepy multi-millionaire billion motherfuckers that whatever Warner Bros was before it got merged 17 times were like, no. No. Wait. No. I think it was that all the girls were buying girls' toys. No. All the girls were buying the boys' toys. They were buying boys' toys. And they wanted to have the demographic split. They wanted girls to buy girls' toys and boys to buy boys' toys. Right? But they saw them all congregate over here and they felt like it was a loss. So like, we gotta cancel this shit. And we gotta put something else in there so we can sell toys. We would have watched all the fucking ads to keep that shit running. All the ads. You could have played 17 ads. 17-minute long ads a piece through a 23-minute long episode. I would have watched that shit. I would have paid for Warner Bros. Streaming plus Pro Max so I can watch that shit. Beautiful animation. Invincible wish they had that fucking kind of animation. Ooh. Invincible, Mike. The character, right? Because the comic had some great artistry. I think Roy was doing it. I don't know. I can't remember who the artist is. Fantastic story. But now the writer's on bullshit. Now that it's a TV show, spending entirely too much money on talented, very popular actors. These are not voice actors. These are actors. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems. Them? I'm bad at English. My only language. I'm terrible at it. Yeah, man. You have to remember that, again, you are socialized from a young age, from before you can even speak. You are surrounded by so much, and you are outwardly trying to take in all this information. You are touching, walking, seeing, smelling, playing with, even putting shit in your mouth when you're a baby, right? And you're experiencing all that, and you're taking it all in. And again, these companies are spending millions of dollars per day to get you to want to buy this shit. And you're locked in. You get some disposable income, you start buying shit, right? You start is my case dirty? Who cares? You start buying shit. Why do I need this? Right? It makes my pocket bulge out. Digimon, digital monsters. Dun, 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 dun. But you're locked in. And here you are changing not just your outward appearance in a simple fashion, you're changing your physical appearance to a large degree to meet some kind of current societal standard, because it will change. The current standard, depending on where you are in the United States of America, is to look like a voluptuous African American woman. Big lips, big tits, big ass, small waist, big hips, with long lashes and Chinese hair, right? Asian hair, Chinese hair, horse hair. Multi-billion-dollar industry. That is the hair industry, right? 3/4 of or 2/3 of 70 billion or 40 billion. We're in the tens of billions of all sales are being made by Black women to have hair that is not yours, came from another person, that does not last, and you have to buy again and again and again and again, while you deprive your own hair and scalp from nutrients, the world to see, proper growth, real maintenance, styling, and you shutter the existence of an entire industry that could grow, that could make things cheap and fast. White women are going in and getting their hair done, getting the shit dyed. They're spending a couple hours in there. Black women could be doing the same exact thing, right? If there was tens of billions of dollars spent here in the States, the industry could be made, schools could be built, regulation could be put in place, and women could go to school for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, get a degree, get what's the word I'm looking for? Degree, certification. I'm so sorry. Get a certification, and it can be cheap to get your hair done. It won't be $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $1,000 in 12 hours in a chair, right? It could be 6, 3, 2 hours in a chair, because techniques have been optimized. They have been shared. Material and tools have been made, and you can wear your natural hair. You could have the best hair oil moisturizers made, right? Oh. Cheaply, because there are people out there building the industry. The more there is, the less you have to pay, because there will be a demand for it, right? Supply and demand. There will be more jobs that way. Ooh, I sprayed the shit out of my glasses, right? More farmers, more educated people, more technicians, more factory jobs, technically, for processing, right? More advertising jobs, unfortunately, and people with healthier natural hair. And then you can get in touch with your roots, my African American women, right? Your West African, oh, this looks terrible, countries that your ancestors were taken from. where they were brought over here to be forced into labor and have the worst possible things done to them in human history, excluding the native people who lived here and in South America, the indigenous people of Turtle Island, whatever place they called home in their own individual language, because there were thousands of tribes torn, ripped away from existence, do not exist anymore. Languages that are lost, they do not exist anymore. Millions of people removed from life itself, they do not exist anymore. Those cultures gone, those techniques gone, that knowledge gone. So much could have been learned and passed on. We could be in better places right now if people lived, if people weren't greedy, if people weren't hateful, right? Just because they want to make $1. And now they force you to look a certain way. Now they force you to act a certain way. And people come in and they profit off of that. They want to make $1 off of that, right? You want to look a certain way, okay, pay a subscription fee, and you can have this app, and AI will make you look cute and cool. All these filters, all these different styles, all these different trends. Somebody's going to make $1 off of that. It used to be a real industry where Facebook paid to get people to make Instagram filters. I know, because I follow some of these 3D graphic designers and they made some fantastic motherfucking filters. Not to make you to tune your face up, but to do some freaky ass designs. You would look like a robot, right? But just imagine, people are getting paid to give you the duck lip face and clear skin filter and all the different saturations and whatnot to make you look a certain way. Ooh, it's honestly deplorable. You can look throughout history, and every 10, 15 years, every 2 decades, right? And you can see, or you can just roll it back 100 years. You can see fat people being in the zeitgeist, being popular, and then skinny people, right? And then thick people and thin people, long hair, short hair, right? Popularized through movies and media and television and magazines. This is in, this is hot, this is lit, this is dope, this is fire, this is amazing. Oh shit, you the birthday. Oh, you the birthday? Whatever the fuck that means. And it's all controlled by the media. Your favorite artist, signed to a label, owned by a multi-billion, multinational corporation that sells washing machines. They sell washing machines and missiles, and they own the company that owns your company. And you listen to the artist assigned by them, who used to be a great singer or a great songwriter or a great musician or a great rapper, and now they sound like shit. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Right? Also, you can buy the shit they're wearing, buy the shit they're talking about, go on vacation to Turks, Kirks, and Caicos, wherever the fuck it's called. Why do you want to go there? Be honest. Why do you want to go there? You don't want to go up the street and see what they got going on? You don't want to go up, north, down, south, left, right, do a little shimmy, a little shake? All right? You don't want to see what's going on in another state, not another country? Not pay so much for a super tiny seats and a shitty airline where the seats get smaller and smaller and you get no complimentary food and it stank and the seats are stained and now you're paying so much for carry-on when it used to be free, and you got to have all the outfits and you got to pay for your hair to look a certain way. Oh man, I'm just ranting. Obviously I took my fucking medicine. Top comment by Devious Whippet with 2.4K upvotes. I am not confident in my appearance at all, but you know who tells me I'm beautiful? Even though I look like a yam? My mom and sisters. Fuck your wife's family for doing that to her. By a deleted user, her mom and sister will at least look shocked when you break it to them. And OP replies, no, they won't. They have the facial mobility. They have the facial mobility of a bilateral stroke victim. That's hilarious. Dondi-419 comments, I would like to add that I did not think there were that many guys out there with a weird blue squid lady fetish. They're quoting OP. Remember, you did post the story to Reddit. And OP replies, yeah, it's still really odd. Oh, good Lord. And Flaming Troll drops some paragraphs on us. Ooh. You and your wife will need to keep in mind that her mother and sister, Bruce Campbell face ass motherfuckers, purposely sabotaged her face. Yes, really, they did that. It may be subconscious or consciously, but it is very odd to read the state of play and how this came about. I advise you to research cluster B types. If you are not already aware, every family seems to have at least one petty, spiteful, jealous, covetous, disruptive, and sometimes dangerous family member or in-law that is naturally inclined and often outright purposeful in nature to hurt everyone else. That's me. I like to stab my family members. Yeah, fucking cut them when I see them. I would think very long and hard about even telling the mother and sister your intentions of taking a cooling off period, giving them an awareness that they harmed you and your wife, their daughter/sister, is telling them you are both vulnerable and that they have affected you both. You're telling them they were successful. Them being aware you are seeking counseling or anything personal is a bad idea. They are owed nothing. They should get nothing. What they did to her is basically criminal. They should never be trusted again. Don't you realize? They weaponized your wife's love for you and fear of losing you to cause her to cut her face up. My family were psychopaths. My in-laws were sociopaths. I had to spend years teaching myself to be better and physically recover after I left my family. My father put me in a coma and I almost died. Then again, the same with my wife and her family. Her mother broke her until she developed an eating disorder and she almost died. My wife was a former athlete and runway model. She was the last to need such attention. Her mother was jealous, and my wife was acceptable back then. Today, my wife is strong and doesn't need to interact with her family, minus her amazing young sister. They no longer engage in being abused, and I am so proud of them. These types of people are dangerous. Even if you are not sure, they are malicious. Look at what they have already made your wife do to herself. So you owe it to each other to be very cautious with such people. Give them nothing, quarantine them. Look at what they've already done to her. You are each other's partner. Protecting each other is of paramount importance. You've got this, OP. Ooh, this is the one right here. And OP comments a few more times about their love for each other and how he won't leave her and that they're on their way to Spain. So I hope he stuck around with her and I hope they're getting help. And I truly, truly, truly hope they're going to counseling, getting therapy, and cutting these people off, blocking them, and paying attention to their needs, and decoupling themselves from society's disgusting expectations that are forced onto all of us for billionaires' profits.